Hello and welcome to TRBCollectibles. My name's Tom and I will be your guide through this estate sale. As we head into this estate sale, you see those tennis rackets on the right. They play a major part a little bit later on. Stay tuned! As we walked into this sale, the estate sale attendants let us know that everything was 50% off. And it was the last day, so I was looking forward to good deals ahead, hopefully. One of my favorite categories is media, and I came across it right away at this estate sale. A lot of it was seasons of television shows, still sealed in their packaging. I was surprised that it hasn't gone already, it being 50% off and the third day of the estate sale. But, based on the price point, the margins weren't there and the prices were still kind of high, even with that discount. If you were just coming to buy, it'd be a great deal, but for a reseller, it just wasn't. So I'm just doing a generalized sweep of this table with all these small electronics just to see what might carry the best value to look up. Of course, I'm always going to shake the iPhone boxes, and I found an Apple remote. And they wanted $35 for the Apple TV remote. Now granted, it's 50% off, but even at that price point, that's still kind of high. And now I can see why a lot of the other electronics were on the table, and they hadn't been sold. Now, I've been to a lot of estate sales, and this was a first. They put this staircase in the middle of all the rooms downstairs, with multiple entryways onto the staircase. If I was playing The Sims for PC or console, this is how I would design it. But not actually in a functional household. I just think it takes up too much room. Instead of placing photos of their families on the wall, they went ahead and put a photo of their favorite television and movie actors on the wall. Hey, to each their own, I guess. This estate sale company really wanted to let you know that it was 50% off today. So they went ahead and they put up signs for 50% off in big red and yellow colors everywhere. So if you'd like, start counting because they literally put them all over the place to remind you. Alright, in the comments below, would you buy a house with a staircase that was designed like this? Let me know why, because I'm just curious. Did you know everything's 50% off? I had no idea. Can we take a moment to talk about plush? It's another word for stuffed animal. Plush can actually do pretty well depending on the brand and if the stuffed animal / plush is retired. You always want to try to look them up. It might be something silly, but you'd be surprised what people do collect. And you could actually make a decent amount of money. In this case, that's not what I'm necessarily looking for. But if you come across it, it's also one to not pass up because it's overlooked. So this is when my curiosity spiked for those tennis rackets in the garage that I had just passed up and not looked up. Now, I've played tennis for a very long time, and I'm starting to get the inkling that this person enjoys tennis just as much as I do. They have famous stars on the wall that play tennis, they have their own tennis trophies, and they have a photo of Central Park, which is one borough away from Queens, because this is Manhattan, from the US Open that plays every year. So I think I need to check those tennis rackets before I head out of this estate sale, because I think they're going to hold a value greater than what I once originally thought.
This is kind of cool.
Watch your step! It's 50% off! So after the tennis room, I got all discombobulated and said, you know what? Let me go double check myself. So I wanted to check a couple of these box sets to make sure I wasn't passing up on anything that had a value in it. And with the media, I didn't miss out on anything. But I also wanted to check on the electronics table because there are certain things that I never check pricing on. And sometimes they misprice or forget to price it at all and are just trying to get rid of it. So I might actually get a better price. So that's what I'm doing right now.
You ready to go, sweetie? Yeah.
So I came to check the pricing on the electronics, and they wanted $65 for one Roku with its remote. So even at 50% off, the value just, it wasn't there. I went ahead and I passed.
Yes, but no, that's true. That is true. It's not very much.
So I made a new friend at this estate sale. He was kind of small. He was really nice. Didn't know too much about reselling. The conversation was really one-sided, and all he did was stare at me. So I just decided to go and leave him alone. It was the last day of the sale, 50% off, and I had nothing in my hands passing that checkout counter. Luckily, it was right across from these rackets that I conveniently showed interest in. I had a trick up my sleeve. Now, I know that these were going to carry value, but I needed to get the price point down. So they asked me if I was interested in all the rackets, and I said, I am. They asked me, how much are the rackets right now? And I said, well, it's 50 on the left, 50 on the right, $75 in the middle. They go, well, with 50% off, that's close to $87. I go, yeah. They go, you know what? What if we were to work you a better deal and you get all three? And I go, that would be great. What are you thinking? And they said, we can do $75 for all three. And this is what I exactly wanted because I knew they wanted these tennis rackets gone. I said, could you do 50 for all three and I'll take them all? And you know what they said? Yes. And I can profit close to $160 on all three rackets that I picked up for 50. So I'd say it's a win walking away from this estate sale. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to click that like button. And if you have some extra time, please be sure to check out some of these other videos. Thanks!